I don't know if you know anybody who does this. I personally don't. I don't know if Liz does. But is there anybody in your life that you know that has their Coca-Cola and then they mix it with coffee? They mix coffee and Coca-Cola together. I don't know, but evidently it's a thing.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, me neither. But some people evidently do, so much so that there's a mashup now of Coca-Cola with coffee. A lot of different variety of flavors now.
I know that you can put coffee or espresso in things like chocolate to really bring up that flavor. I just don't know how it is going to.
Can you imagine the caffeine shock to your body with this?
Yeah.
So here's some of the flavors that they have. They have vanilla. Remember, this is Coca-Cola and coffee mixed together. They have vanilla. Okay. They have a dark blend, a caramel. Zero sugar has only vanilla and the dark blend, none of the other stuff that they mix with it. But there you go. If you really need a lot of caffeine and you like your Coca-Cola and you like your coffee put together, there you go. It's all mixed in.
It's kind of like an iced coffee, I suppose. Wouldn't you think? Cold
with
brew,
a lot of carbonation in it?
And a lot of caffeine.
His morning crew.
800-447-7234. Evidently, it looks like Coca-Cola mixed with coffee is a thing, and it's resonating. You see some of the texts that are coming in.
Robbie said the Coca-Cola and coffee mixture is horrible. No bones about it. It is horrible. He said, I've not talked to anybody who actually likes it.
Why don't I disagree with that? It kind of seems like that. Amanda's here at 800-447-7234. What's your thought about this, Amanda?
I'm the daughter of a mechanic, and my dad always used Coke to clean the batteries, the ports for the batteries for your car, right? If I do that to my car, if I mix Coke and coffee and clean my port and my battery, will that make my battery last longer and give it more energy?
You think it would, wouldn't you?
0 to 60 in 0.1 seconds.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
There are some new jeans coming out, and if you're a motorcycle rider, they actually say they're going to help protect you, but they don't look so great. I'll just go ahead and throw that out there. Maybe some bad fashion for you. They are Airbag Jeans. So before you get on your motorcycle, you put on the Airbag Jeans, and then let's say you get into an accident. Supposedly, they're supposed to inflate and really protect you. So I guess they will protect you from like road rash. I don't know if they'll protect you from broken
road rash
limbs
is not fun. Oh,
not at all. So they do serve a purpose, but let me tell you, if you got anywhere to go, if you're going out on a date after that motorcycle ride, I'm not so sure.
Have something on underneath them.
Exactly, because they're kind of rough looking. It reminded me when I saw them, I had a pair of parachute pants, not just parachute pants. This was in the 80s, of course. They were purple and they were corduroy.
Oh, you poor thing. That's like 70s meets the 80s with parachute pants.
Sort of. I felt like it was like right in the heart of the 80s, but here's the thing. Women usually try to disguise the hips a little bit. They accentuate the hips. And so it wasn't good for anybody. I don't understand.
And you wore these things.
Oh, I was so proud of them because I didn't have a lot of clothes growing up. And I got a job, and with, my first paycheck or whatever, I went out and bought some clothes, and I made this choice. Why I made this choice,
my.
I don't know, but they were bad.
Maybe you have a similar story to Liz's when it comes to fashion that you thought was great, but it was really bad. Why don't you join the conversation?
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
This whole airbag jeans thing for motorcyclists. What a fashion statement that is, huh? So it got us thinking about fashion statements from years ago, like Liz and her very unique style of parachute pants.
They were terrible. They were purple. They were corduroy. They were tapered at the bottom. Like, I don't even get it. I'm kind of wearing a throwback today. The 80s fashion has kind of come back just a little bit.
A little.
So this is, I don't know if any of the guys will understand me or not, but it's sort of a side neck. So it buttons up one side, and then the other side is like a cowl neck on my sweater.
Cowl?
Big in the, cowl.
Okay.
You don't know what that is?
No,
okay.
No.
But it's kind of an 80s throwback fashion, updated a little bit. Yeah.
Acid washed jeans for me.
Ooh.
And I'm sorry, but guys in the 80s did wear a midriff shirt. Remember that? And half of the shirt was with the midriff shirt, which I had abs at the time, and the little net underneath. It was
mesh.
Yes,
mesh crop top.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was the 80s. What do you do when you're 14, 15 years old? But wear that junk.
You follow fashion.
Yeah, I guess. What was going on back then? Okay, Robin's here at 800-447-7234. What about you, Robin?
When I was in 5th grade, I had 2 older sisters, and I always had to wear their hand-me-downs. So I begged my mom to let me pick out my own clothes from Limited 2, which was like the ultimate tween store when I was growing up. So she took me, and I found this pair of all silver, metallic, shiny pants. Like even the threads and the buttons were metallic silver. And I wore them to school the next day, and everyone called me Astronaut Butt.
Hey, listen, you're not alone. Peter Furler, the Newsboys, back in the 90s, there was an outfit that he wore that was silver head to toe. Silver. People said he looked like a baked potato.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Listen, the vaccine is happening, and where there is a computer glitch, where there's the vaccine going on, that is just horrific. Happened in Mount Pleasant, by the way. The Mount Pleasant Clinic, there was a computer glitch. It was about an hour long. The traffic jam was horrific. So there's a Chick-fil-A across the street. You know what they did? You know how efficient the Chick-fil-A drive-through line is through this pandemic, right? So they call the manager over there and say, dude, we need your mad skills. Can you help us organize this mess that we've gotten into? Organize this line so we can be efficient to get this vaccine going when our computers come back up. So he walked over there, and the Chick-fil-A manager came to the rescue and organized that whole thing. As a matter of fact, the mayor of Mount Pleasant tweeted this. He's Mayor Will Haney, and he says, when you need help, you call the pros. And the pros was Chick-fil-A across the street. Whoa.
Right, listen, when you go past a Chick-fil-A or you're in the drive-thru yourself and there's a bazillion cars and they get them through in like 3 minutes, that's how it's done.
And he just organized that thing, and it was just absolutely amazing. John's his name.
Okay, John, I need you to come organize my life if you can do it like that.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Hearing from Vicky this morning at 800-447-7234. What's up, Vicky?
You were talking about Mount Pleasant Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah, that's that Chick-fil-A that the manager jumped in because there were some problems with the COVID vaccine line because of a computer glitch, but he jumped right in.
My husband has had a transplant, and he also just had heart surgery, and he's only allowed to eat certain things. And that Chick-fil-A prepares his chicken so that he can have fast food too.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that.
It is. And when we go, they ask how he's doing. They say they'll pray for him. You know what I mean? It's awesome to go to a fast food place where you feel wanted.
What did you think when you heard the manager, Jerry, went to save the clinic's line?
I know. I just thought that was awesome. Just awesome, because I could see them doing it.
No wonder why the mayor gave him a call and said, come over here and fix our line, right?
When I heard that, I thought, I just want to call and say, hey, they really do deserve a shout out.
His morning crew.
I'm sorry, but if there is a thing on your furniture that breaks like the leg off the couch, where do you get a replacement part, especially if it's Ikea? Wait a minute. There's good news. Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Yeah, Ikea has announced that they're going to start selling those spare parts. I don't have any furniture from Ikea. I have a lamp. So I can't imagine maybe the shade part of it I might need as a spare part. But they're going to start selling like sofa legs, covers, armrests. They'll even give you the nuts and bolts for absolutely free.
Isn't that nice? That's good. I don't have an Ikea product anywhere. I hear about Ikea all the time. People rave about Ikea. You put the stuff together by Ikea, then it falls apart. And Ikea is like, oh, no, it doesn't fall apart. Our stuff is good. But if there's a chance that you need something, we've got the part for you now.
Yeah, I mean, it's inexpensive, and especially like if you're just moving out, like a starter home or a first apartment or whatever, that is a great place to go to get all of your furniture because it is less expensive than anywhere else. And now they're going to help you make it last longer.
I've never been in the store. I know it's
my goodness.
huge. I know we got this big, huge Ikea in Charlotte. I just never have been.
Oh, I tried to go with my son at Christmas, and the line was just crazy, so we just passed it up. But I love Ikea.
I guess this wouldn't be the time to go when you're in a pandemic and you're social distance and only so many people are allowed in.
Yeah, because
If that's your first time to go, I would rather be maskless and no pandemic.
right, exactly.
His morning crew.
Like Maurice is out in the countryside, and at the crack of dawn, Maurice will go outside, just make this commotion, wake up the neighbors. The neighbors got tired of it. They wanted to bring Maurice to court and put a stop to this. But Maurice can't help himself. Maurice is a rooster. And roosters crow in the morning. And these people, and this is happening in France 2 years ago, 2019, wanted to take Maurice and Maurice's owner to court to stop the madness. We just want to sleep in. Then there was this petition, and they saved Maurice. Maurice can crow every single morning, or roost, whatever you call it, every single morning, the cock-a-doodle-doo.
How do you stop a rooster from doing what he naturally has to do in the morning, and that's wake us up? That's his one job. Let him do it. Well, the judges there, when it was taken to court, said absolutely not. He can do his thing. And so there were other lawsuits that were being brought to the lower house of parliament there in France. And it was like chickens making their noise or smells that people didn't like that they were bringing to court. So finally they said, we're going to protect some of these things. You won't believe some of the things that they have now said they're going to protect.
Yeah, like cowbells and what the cows leave behind with their pies.
Yes.
Grasshopper chirps. Anything like tractors and stuff like that. Were like this. Okay, living in the countryside implies accepting some nuances. And the nuances are what you do in the country. That is the rooster going cock-a-doodle-doo. That is the smells of pigs and farms and all that other stuff. You can't stop that. That's what the countryside is for. So they are now protecting the rights of sights and smells.
Yeah. If you want to go to the store and get bacon, it comes from pigs. Pigs make smells. It's just a natural chain of things that happen. But I love that they're protecting some of these things.
There's some smells that I wish they would outlaw, especially and you were in a crowd of people. That kind of stuff should be outlawed.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
If I say Tim the Toolman Taylor, who comes to mind? Hi, it's Rob and Liz. His morning crew on his radio. Liz does that pretty good. Let me hear that again. Yeah, Tim the Toolman Taylor. Home Improvement, or you might think Santa Claus, or you might think Mike Baxter from Last Man Standing. I don't know if you're watching this season of Last Man Standing, but there was an episode, which this is the final season. So Last Man Standing is coming to a close at the end of the season on Fox. But I don't know if you watched the episode, but Tim the Toolman Taylor was on with Mike Baxter on Last Man Standing a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and that was pretty cool to see as well, because they even doctored his hair so you could see the subtle nuances between the two. But so Al from Home Improvement, he and Tim are getting back together for a brand new show.
It's on the History Channel, Assembly Required. So it's not Home Improvement. It's kind of like Tool Time without all the mishaps. So you'll have Mike Baxter and Al. Not Mike Baxter, Tim the Toolman Taylor and Al on Assembly Required on the History Channel. It's going to come near the end of February on the History Channel.
And it's going to be without the family and all that. So it's actually, you're going to learn something. Not that you didn't from Home Improvement, but it's going to be more factual and really teach you to do something.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I really liked Home Improvement. It gives me memories of my oldest, which is Wes. We watched that all the time.
Such a good show.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So Sweethearts, the candy. I love those candies. They are the best candies. They always put these little messages like "you're cute" or "I love you" or whatever.
Yeah, for Valentine's coming up. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. They have introduced a new one that I really like. It's 21 different titles of love songs that they're putting on their little sweetheart candies. So they've got Sugar, Sugar. You know that song, right? Sugar, Sugar.
Yeah.
Right. At last. That was terrible. But
What was that one?
Stop. You didn't know that one? It's
No.
At Last.
At last.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
They have Lean on Me, so you can give it to like your best friend. It's more of a friendly thing, less of a romantic thing, but they're in stores already.
Wow. Yeah. Valentine's Day coming up quick.
Yeah, they probably have been in stores since December 26th, but anyway, they're cute. I love them.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Wait till you hear this. Liz Riles, continuing her education. She is, are you ready for this? A Harvard student. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. Harvard? Really? That place is expensive. What are you doing?
No, I'm taking a free class, honey. If
Well-
they had to look at my SATs or my bank account, I would not have been allowed in.
Wait, Harvard has free classes?
They do. They
No.
have like 10 different free classes that you can take virtually right now.
Okay, what are a couple of them?
So you can take backyard meteorology, you can take Shakespeare, life and work, science and cooking, and then there's one on world literature.
Wait a minute, I'm going to guess which one you're taking. You're taking one or two?
Okay.
How many are you taking?
Just one.
One. You're doing the cooking one. What is it called? Science and cooking?
Yeah, see, I thought about that when I looked into it. But there was a lot of chemistry, which I don't quite
What?
understand. I know. But
Okay,
it said
that's-
there was chemistry involved, and I was like, no, I'm out.
It's Harvard, so what are you doing? The Shakespeare thing?
No, I'm doing the world literature thing. So our first class was on Johann, I know I'm going to get his name wrong, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
who honestly, quite honestly, I'd never heard of before.
Are you on your own? Is there like a virtual teacher? How does it actually work?
There is a virtual teacher, and he kind of gives you the background, and then you have some studies that you have to do alongside. And so, yeah, it's a 6-week course.
Wow. I'm amazed.
Well,
And
I
you're
was kind of
doing
amazed
this.
that they let me in.